What's going on is Fizz bringing the news, the real news about Call of Duty, not some JOLLYB or KMARTN paid billboards of Activision. You know, these people, anybody who's posting videos about World War I information, about somebody who started a rumor on these websites, listen, this is all planned information by Activision to test out the limits of what the community in the social stratosphere of the internet will like. And they use paid billboards like whoever these guys are posting videos on YouTube to see what people think about the game. We all know that Treyarch is making World at War 2 because David Vonderhaar is a very prideful person, and that in the past, he felt that World at War should have been, his baby, but Call of Duty 4 overshined that, and they had to make zombies to stay afloat. So now he's going to go back and make World at War 2. So what they do is they drop disinformation and World at War 1, and they want to see how far back can they go in the storyline. And they get their little paid billboards on YouTube to disinformation you guys and see what you think about it. If you like it, then they can push their World at War 2 storyline a little bit further back. They're testing you out. It's all a game. When you see disinformation, it's Activision putting those stories out there, paying their paid billboards on YouTube to see how far they can go back. I guarantee you that now that Sledgehammer has announced their futuristic exoskeleton type game, you can see the picture here over there, I'm going to put the picture up there, that that a week before that, the leaked information that is disinformation to see what they're testing you. So they're going to go back to World at War 2. Sledgehammer games in the future, it's only obvious. I'm a dumbass can figure this out. It's only obvious that it's Sledgehammer games in the future. Treyarch and hipster studio is going to go back to World at War 2, World War 2. I guarantee it. Come back to this video. Fist is always right. Disinformation. They use certain people that they fly out for free trips. They use them. I'm not used on YouTube. I see through everything because I've been playing Call of Duty since 2006. I know everybody who's developing these games. I met these people in person. I know how they think. I know the pattern in which they develop games. So I can clearly tell you by deductive reasoning based on wisdom that I can tell you what the games are going to be like. So, moving along. I just wanted to get the World War I thing and Treyarch, and they're doing World War II game. The disinformation was to test you. Alright, I covered that. So don't fall for all that other bullshit. So let's move on to Sledgehammer's game. I'm going to post a bunch of pictures. You can see them here, over there, whatever. So basically, Sledgehammer's game is, they're going to drop stuff May 4th. The graphics look really good. That's one of the criteria. Now, in order to have those type of graphics, can they still play at 60 frames a second? That is what they were trying to figure out. That's their development studio. Now, what it looks like to me, their inspiration came from the movie Elysium. With, if you go to any prop site, and I'm posting these pictures here, if you look at the exoskeleton suit, it looks like the storyline is from Elysium. You're paid. It's the people with the money who control the armies in the future, and it's all privatized because that's what money's about. Listen, this story isn't new. This story was from Frontline's Fuel of War when people had their own agenda for privatizing armies. I mean, I think there's a couple of games that have done this and failed. So it's not a new storyline, but you could see they really didn't have nowhere to look to grab certain items, as you can see here, like the weapons, the different weapons with the exoskeleton suit. If you look at the exoskeleton suit, you might have to spend. I'm going to assume that if you want to use certain weapons, the exoskeleton suit is supposed to make you stronger, run faster. You're probably going to be able to mod your exoskeleton suit. Here's my ways of thinking. The reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because when I'm looking at the picture, you see the guy in the background, he's got a regular gun. And then the guy up front has a big, machine gun. Now, this could be all cosmetic, but I'm going to assume that because everybody's wearing an exoskeleton suit, that you're going to have the ability to mod your suit based on what you want to do. So if you want to carry a certain weapon, the perk system is basically going to be shoved into an exoskeleton suit. So instead of picking attachments for your gun or, well, you're still going to be able to do that. But I think what's going to be different is it's going to kind of be like Blacklight Retribution, where you're going to have statistics attached to your exoskeleton suit that are going to be attached to your weapons. So, for example, if your exoskeleton suit modification, you can run at a speed between 1 and 10. So, based on how you mod your exosuit comparative to your weapon, how much your weapon weighs. So, let's say you're running an LMG. You're going to have to upgrade your exoskeleton suit, your exosuit, to run faster because your LMG weighs heavier. So something like to that effect, you know what I mean? For as far as their gimmick, as the perk system and all that other stuff goes. I mean, these are basic deductive reasoning. When you look at it, the idea that they're going for, the direction of their perk system, the lineage of the perk system, of what can we do next. So what you could do next is add an exoskeleton suit, and it could be complementing the design of how your weapons are. I'm going to assume and deduce that's what's going to happen. So you're going to have to be able to manage your suit with your weapons. So you're going to have to combo that. It's basically like Blacklight Retribution as far as, managing your suit with your weapon perk system. But then they took the idea from the movie Elysium. Now you'll notice a lot of these weapons in this video that I'm showing you are basically Elysium weapons. And if you look at their design, it's basically the same thing. So their inspiration looks like it came from Elysium. It looks like the idea that I think they're going to use is going to be from Blacklight Retribution, where you're going to have to balance your suit with your weapon. So that's what it really looks like is going to happen in the new Sledgehammer game. We're going to know more May 4th. I could be completely wrong, but based on my longevity on YouTube, I've guessed the last person. I basically guessed everything right on Infinity Ward's last game. If you go back in my videos, based off of Treyarch, it looks like Treyarch is basically wagging the tail at Infinity Ward, and based on Sledgehammer's owners in the past, what they did with Dead Space, they're more of a futuristic thinking type team of people. They like futuristic stuff. You know what I mean? Those are the type of guys that work and run the show at Sledgehammer. So when they probably looked at Elysium and they're like, let's go with that. And I think that's probably what's going to happen. And then they just incorporated the perk and loadout system with like I just said, the weapons and the bodysuit, the exosuit. Excuse me. So anyways, don't get it twisted. Sledgehammer's going to go into the future. Treyarch and David Vonderhaar and his prima donna type, he wants to feel vindicated. I know Von. I'm going to tell you right now. He wants to go back to World War II because he feels like his game didn't get to shine. He feels like he had to throw in zombies, and he wants to prove to everybody that his first-person shooter can stand alone without zombies. Zombies is a monkey on his back. He knows that across the industry that everybody's saying, oh, the only reason why your game is getting to shine is because of zombies. And now he wants to go back to World at War II and prove to everybody that look at my world and this is all you can look at the developers, their way of thinking. David Vonderhaar, all he does is he plays older games like And he's an older dude. He played the shit out of Assassin's Creed. They constantly posting world at, old ass vintage shit. And they're posting disinformation on World at War 1. So you know exactly. They're trying to throw you off the trail. It's going to be World at War 2. Basically the next gen engine. And he wants to vindicate himself on a standalone first person shooter. That's the legit story. I'm going to bet my bottom dollar it's going to be a World War II game. I don't even have to guess. I know. So that's it with Sledgehammer. Exoskeleton, Future Suit, Elysium, Inspiration, Blacklight Retribution, Perk Loadout System, Bodysuit, Weapons, Combination, equals out. That's what's going to happen. I bet my bottom dollar on it. And, if I'm wrong, oh well. And I doubt it, though. Anyway, until next time, it's your boy Fizz. Peace. I'm out.